Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, born Narendranath Dutt, was an Indian Hindu monk, philosopher, author, religious teacher, and the chief disciple of the Indian mystic Ramakrishna. Vivekananda was a major figure in the introduction of Vedanta and Yoga to the Western world, and is credited with raising interfaith awareness and elevating Hinduism to the status of a major world religion. Born into an aristocratic Bengali Kastha family in Calcutta, Vivekananda showed an early inclination towards religion and spirituality. At the age of 18, he met Ramakrishna and became his devoted disciple, and later took up the vows of sannyasa renegade. Following Ramakrishna's death, Vivekananda traveled extensively across the Indian subcontinent as a wandering monk, gaining first-hand knowledge of the often harsh living conditions endured by the Indian masses under the British India. He sought a way to alleviate them suffering while establishing social services but lacked capital. In 1893, he traveled to the United States to participate in the Parliament of the World's Religious in Chicago, where he delivered a landmark speech, beginning with the word Sisters and Brothers of America. His powerful message introduced Hindu spiritual thought and advocated for both religious tolerance and universal acceptance. This speech made a profound impression. An American newspaper described him as an orator by divine right and undoubtedly the greatest figure at the parliament. Vivekananda is widely regarded as one of the greatest modern Indian thinkers. He was a prominent philosopher, social reformer, and most successful proponent of Vedanta philosophy abroad. He played a crucial role in the Hindu revivalist movement and contributed significantly to the rise and development of Indian nationalism in colonial India. Celebrated as a patriot saint, and his birth anniversary is observed in India as a National Youth Day. Early life. Vivekananda was born in Narendranath Datta, name shortened to Narendra or Narayan, in a Bengali Kastharia family, in his ancestral home at Calcutta. He was one of 9 siblings. Education. In 1871, at the age of 8, Narendra enrolled at Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's Metropolitan Institution, where he went to school until his family moved to Raipur in 1877. In 1879, after his family's return to Calcutta, he was the only student to receive first division marks in the Presidency College entire entrance examination. He was an avid reader in a wide range of subjects, including philosophy, religion, history, social science, art, literature. He was also interested in Hindu scriptures, including the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas. He studied Western logic, Western philosophy, and European history at the General Assembly's institution, now known as the Scottish Church College. In 1881, he passed the Fine Arts examination and completed a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1884. Narendra studied the works of David Hume, Immanuel Kant, Charles Darwin, and John Stuart Mill. He became fascinated with the evaluation of Herbert Spencer and corresponded with him. He translated Spencer's book Education 1861 into Bengali. While studying Western philosophers, he also learned Sanskrit, scriptures, and Bengali literature. William Hass, the principal of Christian College, Calcutta, from where Narendra graduated, wrote of him, "Narendra is really a genius. I have travelled far and wide, but I have never come across a cumulate of his talents and possibilities, even in German universities among philosopher students. he is bound to make his mark in life. He was known for his prodigious memory and speed reading ability, and a number of anecdotes attest to this. Some accounts have called Narendra Shrutithara, a person with a prodigious memory. Initial spiritual forays. In 1880, Narendra joined Keshav Chandra Sen's Navavidan, which was established by Sen after meeting Ramakrishna Paramha, Paramha, Paramhamsa, Paramhamsa and recounting from Christianity to Hinduism and reconverting from Christianity to Hinduism. Narendra became member of a Freemasonry lodge at some point before 1884, and of the Sadharan Brahmo Samaj is his 20s, a breaking faction of the Brahmo Samaj led by Keshav Chandra Sen and Devendranath Tagore. It was in the cultic milieu that Narendra became acquainted with Western astrologism. His initial beliefs were shaped by Brahmo concepts which denounced polytheism and caste restrictions and proposed a streamlined, rationalized, monotheistic theology strongly colored by selective and modernistic reading of the Upanishads and of Vedanta. Raja Ram Mohan Rai, the founder of the Brahmo Samaj, who was strongly influenced by Unitarianism, stooped towards a universalistic interpretation of Hinduism. Not satisfied with his knowledge of philosophy, Narendra came to the question which marked the real beginning of his intellectual quest for God. He asked several prominent Kolkata residents if they had come face to face with God, but none of them answers satisfied him. At this time, Narendra met Devendranath Tagore, the leader of Brahmo Samaj, and asked if he had seen God. Instead of answering his question, Tagore said, "My boy, you have the yogi's eyes." According to Banhati, it was Ramakrishna who first truly answered Narendra's question by saying, "Yes, I see him as I see you, only in an infinity intenser sense." Dr. De Michel's it was Saint's influence that brought Vivekananda fully contact with Western esotericism, and it was by Saint that he met Ramakrishna. Meeting Ramakrishna. Narendra first met Ramakrishna in 1881. When Narendra's father died in 1884, Ramakrishna became his primary spiritual focus. Narendra's introduction to Ramakrishna occurred in a literature class at General Assembly's institution when Professor William Hest was lecturing on William Wordsworth's poem The Accusation. While explaining the word trance in the poem, has suggested that his students wished Ramakrishna's Dakshineshwar to understand the true meaning of trance. This prompted Narendra, among others in the class, to visit Ramakrishna. Dakshineshwar is a neighborhood in the Kolkata metropolitan area of North 24 Pargans district in the Indian state of West Bengal. Narendra went to Dakshineshwar in late 1881 or early 1882 and met Ramakrishna. This meeting proved to be a turning point in his life. Although he did not initially accept Ramakrishna as his teacher and rebelled against his idea, he was attracted by his personality and frequently visited him. One day, Narendra asked Ramakrishna to pray to the goddess Kali for his family's financial welfare. Ramakrishna instead requested he go to the temple himself and pray. Narendra went to the temple 3 times but did not pray for any kind of worldly necessities. He ultimately prayed for true knowledge and devotion from the goddess. He gradually became ready to renounce everything for the sake of realizing God and accepted Ramakrishna as his guru. Travels in India. In 1888, Narendra left the monastery as a Parivrajaka, a wandering monk without fixed abode, without ties, independent strangers wherever they go. His sole possessions were a Kamandalu water pot, staff, and his two favorite books, the Bhagavad Gita and the Imitation of Christ. Narendra traveled extensively in India for 5 years. Visiting centers of learning, he felt sympathy for the suffering and poverty of the people and resolved to uplift the nation. First visit to West. Vivekananda visited several cities in Japan, China, and Canada en route to the United States, reaching Chicago on 30 July 1893, an initiative of Swedenborgian layman and Illinois Supreme Court Judge Charles C. Bonney. The Congress sought to gather all the religions of the world with the aim of showing the substantial unity of many religions in the good deeds of the religious life. The Brahmo Samaj and the Theosophical Society were invited as a representative of Hinduism. Parliament of the World's Religions. The Parliament of World's Religions opened on 11 September 1843 at the Art Institution of Chicago as part of the World's Columbian Exposition. On this day, Vivekananda gave a brief speech representing India and Hinduism. He bowed to Saraswati and began his speech with Sisters and Brothers of America. At these words, Vivekananda received a 2-minute standing ovation from the crowd of 7,000. When silence was restored, he began his address, greeting the youngest of the nations on behalf of the most ancient order of monks in the world, the Vedic order of sannyasis, a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. Vivekananda quoted one illustrative passage from the Shiva Mahimana Stotram, verse 7, as the different streams having them source in different places all mingle them water in the sea. So, O Lord, O different paths which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all led to thee. And another from the Bhagavad Gita. Whoever comes to me through whatsoever from I reach him, all men are struggling through paths that in the end led to me. According to Shalindra Nath Dar, it was only a short speech, but it voiced the spirit of the parliament. The New York Herald noted Vivekananda is undoubtedly the greatest figure in the Parliament of Religious. Vivekananda's speeches at the Parliament had the common theme of universality, emphasizing religious tolerance. Lecture tours in the UK and US. After the Parliament of Religious, Vivekananda toured many parts of the US as a guest. His popularity gave him an unprecedented opportunity to communicate his views on life and religion to great numbers of people. During a question-answer session at Brooklyn Ethical Society, he remarked, I have a message to the West as Buddha had message to the East. So another occasion, he described his mission truth. I do not come to convert you in a new belief. I want you to keep your own belief. I want to make the Methodist a better Methodist, the Presbyterian a better Presbyterian, the Unitarian a better Unitarian. I want to teach you to live the truth, to reveal the light within your own soul. Work in India. Founded the Ramakrishna Mission in 1897 to promote spiritual growth and social service. Worked for the upliftment of the poor, women and youth. Believed that education should develop strength and morality, not just bookish knowledge. Death. Swami Vivekananda passed away on 4 July 1902 at Belur Math near Kolkata. He was only 39 years old, but his teachings continue to inspire millions. Famous quotes: you cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Strength in life, weakness its death.